Okay, so now we're going to do the large. So we've got our zip. I'm just singeing the ends so they don't run. I'm using webbing, so I'm going to melt that to stop that from running. Pop that to one side. Now we're going to take our zip for tape. We're going to take our piece D and we're going to place one piece like that and that side like that. So you've got right sides together. I'm going to pop that through the machine with the seam allowance stated in the pattern. And now we're going to pop this bit to here. So these two are right sides together. Now we're going to hold on to this. We're going to get to the right side and we're going to pop it there. So then when you pop it, it should turn and you've got it right. Then when you do that, you got both sides. So now we're going to top stitch and baste the two together. Thought I'd put it the wrong way around then. So now we've done that, we are going to grab our A piece. So we're going to need our A piece that we're going to have as our top. We're going to need a ruler, and given the amount given in the pattern, we are going to draw all the way round. Yes, I am using biro, but it's inside and I'm just doing it lightly. Now we've done that, we want to take our, what have I done with it? Try to be organised. One of our lining panels, and we're going to place them right sides together. Didn't do a very good job of cutting them out, Claire. Right. The clips. Right, so we're going to take it to, so these are right sides together. I'm going to take it to the machine. I'm going to take my stitch length down. going to draw in the difference, another set of lines using the measurements in the pattern. And then taking some sharp scissors, we are going to cut at that line. And then taking our scissors, we are going to snip as close into those corners as we can get without snipping our seams. Now, I thought I'd done that the wrong way then. I panicked. This is where you'd have the use the iron. That's where you can get nice and close into the corners. You can get a nice turn on your corners, nice crisp corner. Right. So now we'll take it to the machine. We're just going to baste the two together. My control is not there today. Right, now that's your top finished. Okay, so we're going to get our zip. We're going to find our quarter marks. And then on my zip, I'm going to use biro be a bit big, Claire, never mind. Right, and then we're going to do, I found the 4 points on all these by folding it and then folding it again. So now we are going to take our, if you've got a top or bottom, if you've got a fabric that is directional, this is where you need to have the top bit done facing up. Okay, so you want to make sure that your fabric, if it's directional, is going up. And we're going to add the mesh to the wrong side of the zipper. It's a bit of a big hole there, Claire. You want to work carefully with mesh because it does have a stretch in it, so you don't want to pull it too much. Apologise if you can hear the rain, it started raining now. Had sun yesterday, rain today. Anyone else keep random stuff in their clip bag? I need to buy some more clips soon, I think. Now we're going to sew that. the zip out of the way. That's your mesh attached. Now we are going to attach our top. So we're going to put right sides, stick it up just so that I can get, so we're going right sides together. We're doing to the bottom zip. We're not doing the top zip. Sorry, we're doing the top zip, not the bottom zip. So we're doing the one we just added the mesh to. That's just got a bit worked up, so we'll just move that around a bit. Now we're going to sew this. Oh, we're not. We're going to make sure we do the other bit. That could have been embarrassing. Hey, we're between friends. Tight in that corner. There's one of my zips. It's all about just wiggling your zip around and making sure it's all nice and smooth. And it's all practice. None of us were fantastic to start with. See, that bit might cause me some problems. Now we're going to stitch around with the proper seam allowance this time. We'll see, that corner might be dodgy. Went slightly off there. Turn this in, zip up the zip. So this is where now got this. Right, what I will say, oh bum, I need to go back and do that bit. I'll sort that out and I'll be back. Okay, so I just literally went back and did a tiny bit of a stitch within the seam allowance. Now what I will say is you need to think hard on your thread choice, because in this one, which was my trial one, I used white with the black, and then I'm unfortunately you can see all the different layers of the white stitching, but where I've used a white thread you can't see. So now we are going to top stitch around the edge here, and then we're going to top stitch around the edge there. Now you have the top, and as you can see the difference in making sure you've matched your thread. It looks much neater and tidier if you've thought about your thread choice. So that's your top done, and if you're looking to see how you do the top for the others with the mesh, it's exactly the same. So I just thought I'd record it differently. So I've done the two small ones with proper full lids, and I've done this one. That's a Claire hack. The full lid is a Claire hack. Right, so now we're on to the next step. Okay, so we're going to do the back gusset on the large. This is slightly different to the small and medium. Oh, excuse me. It's Bank Holiday Monday here. So we are going to mark and then I don't think that's the right size. Okay, so the mistakes continue. This is why you should mark your pieces of fabric. What I was using as my back piece for B, for the large, I think it's just a random piece of fabric that's left over. So hey, right, we'll start again. So we'll measure in the amount shown at the end. Oh, no, I've lost a piece of feet. Right, here we go. talk among yourselves. Right. So there is slightly different instructions for doing the large handle on these ones. I'm just going to find the middle. The small one is done slightly different, but I've shown that in the small and the medium. And then what we're going to do is get your piece of webbing. I'm going to fold it over and then drawn 2 lines. So the first line has gone from here to here and the second line comes from here to here. So I'm going to put that in the middle. Just put that. And I'm going to do exactly the same. Turn it over by what it says in the pattern. Line it up with that line. And I'm roughly centering the middle of my webbing with the middle of there. And then we're just going to sew another box, square box, X box on it. I like to try and do my stitching on my webbing the same colour as the webbing, so you don't see it. Oh, that's not very straight there. So as you can see on this one, I didn't swap my thread out. I did red, but can you see you don't notice it anywhere near as much. So that's just what I prefer. And then it doesn't matter if your lines aren't quite straight or whatever, people can't see them. Right, so now you've done that, we're going to assemble our back gussets. So we need to get our back gusset, we've just added that to, and our long C front gusset. Same one here. And then we're just gonna top stitch up to top stitch length. Okay. Now we're going to do exactly the same with our lining. Oh, I got toothache. Right. Now we are going to add our bottoms. So again, find your quarters. Right, so when you found all your quarters, oh, forgot to do these ones. Right, so that's all your quarters found. If you're not sure how to do it, I do show you in the other 2 videos. Right, oh, excuse me. So we want to make sure, if you've got a directional pattern that it is going up, so we're putting the bottom on. So it doesn't matter for mine because I've got an anyway pattern. So I'm going to start with right sides together. Oh, maybe I didn't then. Oh dear, I think I need a sleep. Right, so you've got those ones. I didn't do these ones. Dilly donut. Right. Oh, did I put... Always paranoid I've forgotten to turn the camera back on. I've done that a few times in some of my older videos, and I've not realised till I've gone to load it up that it's missing. Now then, let's sew this. One, check there's no holes. I'll do exactly the same on this one. I seem to have forgotten to put the clips on this one as well. Oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't be in charge of a sewing machine. Right, this one again, I'm going to put right sides together. The white, this is like a fabric, they are the right sides, which I've managed This one's going to be sewn with a slightly bigger seam allowance, so you get a nice snug bottom. Now I'm just going to stitch that one with the bigger seam allowance. No holes. Yep. Now we are going to make sure that we have this back bit lined up with this back bit. Bring right sides together. I think out of the three sizes the large is slightly easier because you're not working on such tight corners and things. So if you haven't made one or you're not so confident about corners, make the large first. Once I've popped this in, I will open up the zips. I just like the tension that you get when the zips all zipped up. It makes it, I find it makes it easier to work with. Moving it so it's not in any of the that's what I'm looking for, corners. Start with a small seam allowance. So that's your top sewed on. Now we're going to keep it inside out. Oh, so went off on that bit. Right, so again, we want to make sure we line up, turn this in, so right side out, so your outsides, your wrong side's facing that way. So this is our back, so make sure I line our back up with our back. Now we're going to line the rest up in the corners first. And then what we're going to make sure that we do is when we get to the back, here we are going to leave a turning hole to turn the bag. Now sew it with the full seam allowance. almost forgot. Almost forgot. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh. Here is your large. They are floppy, so don't worry, they are meant to be, so they don't take up a lot of room. Down, so I'm just pulling the underside down. And yes, the eagle-eyed ones among you, eagle-eyed ones among you may notice that yes, I messed up and this panel is actually the wrong way around, but shh. It's only for me, it doesn't matter. Now just making sure that we bring the two out of the way. You have your finished large pouch. Well done. It'll keep its size and shape once you've filled it.